All right, if you've been keeping up with our Christmas deals and our Christmas what to gets, and for the Project Sax season, you will know that we did a Project Sax episode, or Project Sax log, excuse me, on the best or the top 10 things you should have as a saxophone player, or the top 10 things you should get as a saxophone player for Christmas, just to, say, hey, I play saxophone and these are the things that I need. Also as a musician, so we got some MP3 players and we got some CDs in there, because I also believe that if you're a musician, you need to be listening to somebody who has a sound that you want. Don't be exactly like them, but take what they do and try to make it your own. Now we're going to the Music 123 deals for the Christmas season. Now, Music 123 is a reputable site. I really enjoy going there. They never let me down before. All the deals, that I get, I think I bought a mouthpiece there once, but I mostly buy reeds there, because when you go to the store, you never know what you're going to get. You want a specific reed. It's almost like going to a flea market, not a flea market, but a regular store, and you want cake and they don't have cake, or you don't have the flavor that you want, so you don't end up buying cake. But with this online thing, you have Music 123, which has a wide variety of different reeds and stuff like that, and they almost all the time they will have exactly what you need, and a price that's pretty good. Now, when it comes to music and buying these professional instruments, I'm telling you, these prices are going to be pretty high. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say everything is peachy and gold. Now, if you want, cheap prices, you can look at the previous episode on Amazon, how to buy a cheap saxophone, or what cheap saxophones to buy at Amazon, on my previous sax log for Christmas. So if you want cheap saxophones, go back to that video. But this video is for the realists, the hard time musicians who put the time and the effort and the work, and they want the sound. They want an instrument that will produce what they put into their horns. Now, first off, we have a Kilworth SX90 straight soprano for $3,400. Now that's $3,400 right off the bat. Now this is one of the more popular ones, but yeah, you're going to be paying some money for a Kilworth saxophone, especially a soprano, because sopranos are not really, I would say, out of all three of the horns, or excuse me, all four of the horns, sopranos and baries aren't produced as much as the altos and tenors, because the altos and tenors are needed in school bands, they're needed in student bands, they're needed in a lot more occasions than the bari saxophone would, or the a soprano saxophone would. They just kind of almost outcast, but they still remain in the family. Forgive me, Mercury, my saxophone, for saying that, but they're not actually needed as much as another instrument would, so they're not purchased as much. So common sense would say that they would cost a lot more, especially in the Kilworth name. So you really have to shell out some bucks for if you hear me say anything about a bari or a baritone saxophone and a soprano saxophone. So these are once again, these are the saxophones that were rated, top by me and music123.com buyers. So this is provided by music123.com, and I will recommend Music123 to anybody. Moving on in the list is a Yanakazawa alto, a dark lacquered. It's about $6,900. So yes, like I said before, Yanakazawa is another big name like Kilworth or Kelworth, however you want to pronounce it, and it's very, very good horn. Yanakazawa actually appears on this list quite a few times. So I would recommend Yanakazawa to anybody if you willing to shell out that type of money for that. Now, next on the list is a Kilworth SX90R bari. This is not the straight. This is a bari, but this is $9,000. Kilworth $9,000 bari, SX90R. Now, this saxophone is expensive, yes, but then again, it's a bari. Like I told you, baris are not needed as much, so they charge out the butt if you want to get one. And I'm not going to give it to you straight. Kilworth also appears on this this list at least 2 times out of the 6 saxophones that I chose, or 7 saxophones that I chose. And we're going to move on, but I would recommend, if you really want a saxophone, try it out before you buy it. But, you know, if you already tried these out, you know what you want, and it appears on this list, I would recommend you to go ahead and get it for Christmas time. Next on the list is Yanakazawa, a tenor at $8,900. Yeah. Yanakazawa is another one that's appeared on the list. My mentor plays Yanakazawas. I'm pretty sure that tenor has, you know, matches the name of Yanakazawa, and I'm pretty sure Yanakazawa is a branch of Yamaha, you know, and Yamaha usually makes solid horns. You know, they're just different workers that work there. But yeah, so I would recommend Yanakazawa, Kilworth to anybody. And now alto on the next on the list is an alto Yamaha. A Yaz 82 Custom Z. This is a $3,000 model, which is really, really affordable considering that Yamaha, the Custom Zs are pretty up there when priced. The 82Z, let me see. I think I actually have played this one before. It was pretty good. It's not necessarily the saxophone for me because of the way the sound is a little bit too dark and a little bit too dense for me. It's not as rosy as I want it to be, but and it's not as bright, and it doesn't cut as much as I want it to be across the audience when I play. But if you try it out and you like it, hey, who's to say it's not the saxophone for you? And last on the list is one saxophone that I tried out personally, and it's a really good price. I'd say it's one of the best tenor saxophones I've ever played in my life, and it is a P Marriott PMXT 66R tenor saxophone with the it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. They just give the model number, but the saxophone actually looks like it's like a dark brushed silver lacquer, a really dark brushed silver lacquer, almost another color. It's almost not silver, but it's a really dark silverish brushed lacquer, and it plays phenomenally. And I think it's about a $3,500. If you look on music123.com and get it, I would recommend anybody to get this. If you want to be taken on a journey by the saxophone that you play, I would recommend anybody to get this saxophone. This saxophone is heaven on pads. This is heaven on pearls, however you want to say it, but it is a wonderful saxophone to get, and this is the list that I have chosen, provided by Music123 as the popular saxophones to get, also including the ones that I believe are some of the popular saxophones that you should have around Christmas time. So guys, look out for these saxophones. But this is Devin signing off once again. I hope you enjoy your Christmas, your New Year's, your holidays, your New Year's Day, and everything that comes in your wake this holiday season. Also, make sure you take into heed what I've said in these last couple of videos about what you should buy, how you should buy, because if you want to be a real good musician with a really good sound, these are the things to look for. I'm Devin, and I'm signing off, and I wish you good sound.